I ran a marathon on Saturday.
I called Josh, or he called me, and I said, some families, the big thing in their family is you're the first person to have graduated from college. Ours is you're the first person to run a marathon.
I probably am the first person in the
think
Taylor
so.
lineage. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
26.2 miles. All those years of seeing 26.2 stickers on the back of people's car and thinking that was obnoxious, and I mean that's
Now you bought one.
Yeah, I didn't get one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that guy. But I just always thought that's crazy that how could anybody do that? How could you run that far? And I did it. I actually did it. So
How did it feel while you were out there? Because we were talking on the podcast, like we're hour 3 and 4, and also,
yeah.
I said it would take you about 4 hours and 10 minutes, and took you 4 hours and
13 minutes. And if I hadn't had to walk up one hill near the end, and I hadn't had to potty, which is a thing that can happen after 4 hours,
You think it would have been 4:10?
I think I could have done it in 4:10.
think so,
Truly, what
too.
happened was at mile 25, the sun came out. I started to overheat a little bit, and that made me feel a little panicky. And I was worried that I was going to look like I was ill or sickly when Mom and Dad and
of
Kelly saw
course,
me, and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to freak everybody out. So I was like, okay, let's calm down. I actually just tried to start singing some hymns to myself a little bit. To
That's
calm it.
right.
And it actually worked.
Yeah.
Little Bible-y. Anyways, but it made me just a little bit panicky. So I said, all right, I'm going to walk up this hill and I'll see how I feel instead of walking the rest of the way. And by the time I got up the hill, I felt fine. I was able to run the rest of the way. And even with all that said, that mile was still 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even that bad. But then you got to go to the bathroom every once in a while. I tried to
course.
hold it, but I couldn't, guys. But anyways, it was good. I started to get really sore around mile 20, and I'm still very sore. But other than that, it went really well. It was a neat thing to have done.
You think any permanent damage?
No, I
Okay,
feel
good.
sore. I feel normal sore. I don't feel
Good.
like I hurt I was just worried I was going to hurt myself. But I just feel sore in that way that I haven't felt sore in a long time because I'm decently in shape now. The sore that I will feel when I start strength training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I have not been strength training. But anyways, it was nice to accomplish the last
Hurrah.
not crazy person thing.
Yeah.
To do I would consider a triathlon. No offense, Jordan, a crazy person thing.
Yeah.
Good for
Well,
God
well,
bless you if you do it.
Yeah, if you do a Ironman, that's crazy. There's a
Yeah.
smaller triathlon. But
Right.
Yeah, Ironman is just nuts.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it, I'll never be more proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
For anything in your whole life. But no, I don't think there's anything past what I did that is something I'm going to conceivably do. But it was I've never been super athletic, so it was cool. When you said that to me on the phone, I thought, wow, I've never had this feeling of do an athletic feat that no one else in our
it's
family
pretty
has
cool.
done. So that was cool.
That's pretty
It was
cool.
neat, and I'll probably never do it again. Mom was very relieved when I said that.
Yeah, Mom,
Praise the Lord
I
were
talked
her
to Mom
words.
on the phone, and that's what she said. She's like, he said he wasn't going to do this again, so...
Number one story from Saturday was not that I completed a marathon, is that I'm never doing it again. For Mom.
I was keeping
grateful.
track of Josh on I guess there's like an app or
Yes,
whatever,
you
and
can
I
track on the
typed
app.
in this number, and I was confused. It said, "Are you a runner?" And I was like, "Well, if I say no, are they gonna say I can't look at your number?" So I just
No,
said yes, and then
yeah.
just clicked your number to see.
I don't
and
think
was
it makes a
like,
difference.
Okay. Well, anyways, I was out cutting down one of my trees because it had broken because it's a very old maple. I think it's maples grow fast. I thought it looks like it's 100 years old, but everybody says that about trees, and the tree's actually 70 years old. And it's oh, okay. You just think 100 years old, it's old. So I don't know how old it is, but it's huge. I mean, this trunk of this tree is just massive. 2 people couldn't put their arms around it. That's how big it is. I'll show you after we film. But I'm out there. It's hot, it's not hot at the start of the day, and I'm out there for a while because it snapped in half after a storm. I had to clean it up so it didn't kill all the grass, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'm out there, and I'm just keeping track of Josh every hour or so to see where you're at. And I was like, dude, he's going to do this in 4 hours and 10 minutes. That's hilarious. And so I'm just like, you have my chainsaw, put it down, turn it off, check the app. It's going to be 4 hours and 10 minutes. No way. Just keep doing that. And then the sun comes out. and it had been like windy. It felt very nice.
It did.
And cool.
It was the best running weather.
That's what I told
ever
Mom.
had.
I said, Josh, if he ever does another marathon, it will never top the weather that it was now.
God showed me grace.
And normally it's very cold and rainy around this time, because on Sarah's birthday, and Sarah's birthday is always cold and rainy. It got really hot. And but I didn't really quite even think about you. I was just like, oh man, it's hot. And we kind of downtown in here, it's not super far away, but enough that maybe there's still cloud coverage there. I don't even know where you're running from. Like
at that point, I was in East Nashville.
Okay. Yeah. So anyways, I didn't really associate that you were going to be feeling that heat too, because I had to sit down for a while.
Yeah.
Because I was getting very hot.
Well, it wasn't even that it was that hot. It was just that if you had been outside already working for a while,
that long,
and then all of a sudden, so you've been hit with these UV rays through the cloud coverage anyway, and then the sun actually comes out, and you're
already hot, and then it's like, oh wow, now I'm like, my body's trying to acclimate to this.
Exactly. I was just at a point in the mileage that I had never done before, and I thought, I don't know if this is just normal that I'm hot, or if I'm actually overheated and I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want... Like, at that point in the run, you're passing people that are getting IVs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because everybody is, like, pushing themselves a little further than they probably ever have before, as I was. So, anyways.
So it was funny hearing you when we talked on the phone after that.
Yeah.
You mentioned, oh, yeah, I got really hot, like mile 25 or 24, 25. And I thought, oh, that's so funny, because that's when the sun came out. And I was checking the app, and that's when I got really hot and sat down for a little bit. It was just funny. We kind of we were doing difficult things at the same time, just completely different.